Alright, my name is Etienne Lavallee, and I am going to be unboxing the very new Hewlett-Packard Mini Note 2140. It was just announced about a month ago at CES and was made available just a little over a week ago on HP's website. This unit is fresh from China and was delivered to my door about 4 hours ago. So I'm very excited about seeing what's inside here. Also note the most excellent warning label to let you know that yes, indeed, a lithium-ion battery can be an incendiary device if used improperly. Alright, so without further ado, let's dig in to the packaging here. We will get this open. Bear with me as I flip around. Okay, so, alright, first off is your standard kit box on top here. And I'll get that up and out. Set that on the side. And, you know, nothing out of the ordinary here. Oh yeah, there we go. Good packaging. Well, that's not bad actually. This is the power brick that comes with the 2140, and it, you know, it appears to be actually fairly decent size compared to some of the ones I see shipping with netbooks these days. Something that always drives me up the wall is when you get this beautiful little micro netbook and then they give you a power brick that weighs as much and is about just the same size. So you can see there, that's pretty decent. And I believe this is one of the 65 watt models that HP uses universally among many of their smaller notebooks. I'll set that aside here. And we've got, you know, our standard plastic pack, pretty light getting started manual. Is what we're looking at, and your usual quick start guide. And this is the, oh yes, the limited warranty that's actually larger than the manual itself. Okay, I'll just throw that away soon. And we've got a couple of starter discs here. We've got the DVD recovery disc with Windows special drivers for this device. We won't be using that for much longer. Yep, your standard gigantic power cable, just because, hey, you know, you never know when you need that extra 6 feet of power cable length. And this is a nice little unit here. Let's just get this opened up here. This is the battery for the unit. It'll give us an initial taste of what the actual unit itself is going to look like. Yes, so this is the 3-cell battery. I opted for this just because I was getting this unit to do an evaluation and really didn't have the need for the 6-cell. But I think that if I do like this unit, I'll probably pitch in the $100 to upgrade to a 6-cell unit and keep this one around as a backup. But even then, pretty light. We're talking probably about 2 centimeters by, I'm guessing that's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of about 10 centimeters long. And a fairly lightweight little unit for something that packs in about 3 hours to 3.5 hours of battery life. So I'll set that down over here and get this out of the way. And there we have it. So here is our actual unit. Surprisingly small. I'm really impressed with what HP's done with getting the package on this down. Having worked with the Aspire series of notebooks and the EE series of netbooks, the HP really has done a great job both with this line, the 2133, and the forthcoming 2150 line, getting just a great form factor. So let's take a look here. Well, look at that. Wow. Now I first have to say, being a big fan of the MacBook Pro line, both the previous history and the newer line. The aesthetics of this are just beautiful. Here, have a look-see. There's the port side, there's our battery case cell, there's our bottom with what appears to be accessible areas here for upgrade access. We'll have to look into that a little later. Your standard decals and disclaimers. The other port side there, we have our very impressive express card slot with a baby SD slot underneath it here. One of the two USB ports, the Ethernet, built-in Ethernet port, our power adapter port, and the standard Kensington lock port. And then on this side we have our VGA out port, little venting panel, an additional USB port with what appears to be some type of lock or plugging mechanism. We'll have to look into what that is. And your standard cluster of mic in and headphone out. And then on the front here, we'll flip her up, and we have our power port, our hard drive, or that looks like possibly a multi-purpose power hard drive light, and our Wi-Fi and cover down switch. Wow, this looks really nice. So let's get our battery installed. And snap her in there. Ooh, this is a little trickier than I thought. The downside of having a busted wrist. There we go. And we will give her a crack here. And there we have it. I present the HP 2140 Power Note. We'll get our screen protector off here. Wow, and I have to say again, the presentation of the keyboard is quite beautiful. It is very reminiscent of the last edition of the MacBook Pro keyboard. A shallow, tight spacing keyboard. Man, the size of it is quite impressive. I'm going to put my hand here, and mind you, I have a fairly small hand. But even then, this feels quite a bit like the standard. Now, additionally, I want to call attention to this gorgeous screen. I'm sure you can see the gloss here. This is a solid glass piece across the front here. Something that really sold me on this unit is the idea of being able to fully protect the screen. And at the top here, you can see the little embedded, I believe this is a VGA quality camera in here. And other than that, they're your standard rubber stoppers just to keep it from bouncing around, but it's quite pristine. And the other call of interest is the there's my dog going. Gordon, come on, bub. The other point of interest are these hinges, which HP has gotten praised for. They're very solid. I mean, this thing really has a good feel to it, and the monitor doesn't feel floppy or wiggly or in any way like it's hanging off the computer, as much as it's integrated tightly with it, and the clamshell is good and solid. And then there's the controversial touchpad down here, which I personally like. I've played with it on HP's other consumer grade model, and I think the buttons on the side really aren't that big of a deal considering the loss of palm space that you suffer on one of these netbooks, and also the compromise you get in having the smaller widescreen type form factor on it. The overall case build, I mean, honestly, I'd feel comfortable just carrying this around as it is, just throwing it in a sling bag and being good to go. I'm going to get a protector case for it, of course, but the all aluminum chassis here, top and bottom, really does give it a secure feeling and a solid overall chassis presentation. There's no twist, there's no wiggle, there's no give. Really impressive thus far. So anyway, there is the HP 2140 for your viewing pleasure, and stay tuned. We'll be getting some updates, first impressions, and installation guides put up either on my own blog and or syndicated over on liliputing.com. That's Liliputing. and swing by. So thanks, hope you enjoyed it.